Hi, everyone. This is Sheila of Sheila & Co. Samson Properties. This is Friday Tidbits. And for today's episode, we will be speaking with Jim and Matt of Homatti. They are our favorite photography group when it comes to our real estate shots. They do everything from the Matterport floor plans to the HDR photos and everything in between. There are a lot of things that happen behind the scenes and no one really sees what it is that we do. So this is definitely a great sneak peek into what it is that we do in the background. So enjoy. Thanks for stopping by. So we have Jim and Matt of Homatti. So that's a very unique name. How did you guys come up with that name?
It's basically the amalgamation of two words. Home, of course, and omadita, which is part of the Latin name for the multifaceted eyes that insects and certain arthropods have, which is plasmatic omadita. So Jerry decided to combine those two words, and ultimately it means seeing homes from every perspective.
Oh, I like that. So for me, I feel that photography, real estate photography is really important because I would say almost all of business comes from online, right? So
yes.
maybe 1% comes from an open house or just someone randomly walking into a house. But those photos, if they're taken professionally and they look crisp, will definitely have a buyer or buyers want to see that home. So I find it very important that the photos look really nice because that's, the advertising basically for the seller. So what is it about your company with real estate photography that makes you unique from other real estate photography companies?
Well, I think there's a lot of what we do, and you kind of have to stand back and look at it as a whole, because I know there are a lot of incredible photographers that do real estate, but we do multi-layers of things. The Matterport 3D tour is probably one of my favorite selling features for what we do, because you get so much out of a Matterport tour. The photos are great, and we recently, in the last has it been 5 months now, that we started doing HDR, high dynamic range photography. Ooh. Which has literally punched things up to the next level and put us on even keel with a lot of the professional photographers, not necessarily real estate photographers, but photographers in general. But when you combine those with what we do with the Matterport tour and where we can, the aerial photography, it's my favorite part of what we do, but sadly inside the Beltway,
hard to do, yeah.
No, unless we unless we get an act of Congress or something like that.
Yeah.
But the Matterport, I think, and the fact that we put all of this together in a package that is extremely affordable.
Yeah, and I do love the Matterport because I have clients that, as many realtors in this area, those clients don't live locally. They are in another state, sometimes even another country, and it really helps to be able to virtually walk through a home. And I can't tell you how many times we've sold a house virtually. So those Matterport virtual tours are actually fantastic.